From the Landscape Tools widget in Map Studio, you can add any existing landscapes you've created to the map, either by filtering by extent or filtering by landscape name, and these are organized in the folders in which they're stored in Workspace. From the Create New tab, you can create new landscapes in IFTDSS. There's a couple ways to do this. You can either draw a rectangular extent, and you can see here once that's done, the coordinates and area are listed in Landscape Tools. And if for some reason you're not thrilled with this landscape, you can click the rectangular extent button again and redraw it. You can see IFTDSS automatically adds a approximately 3-mile buffer around the area that we selected. And this is used for models like landscape burn probability and to allow fire to burn in and out of the landscape. For this buffer, when you create summary reports in IFTDSS and don't specify an area of interest, those reports will generate just for the area within the turquoise box, so it does not include the buffer. If you make landscape edits and don't specify a mask or area of interest, those edits will apply to the buffered area, but as far as reports go, that buffer is not included. You could also create a landscape based on an area of interest. So if I select this treatments shapefile, for example, we can see a landscape extent is drawn around the rectangular boundary of that treatment. Once you have the extent of the landscape, you can choose which landfire version to use, which fire behavior fuel model to use. We have 13 or 40. You can name the landscape, and I tend to be a little descriptive here, as landscapes are often shown in IFTDSS without the folder that they're stored in, so it helps to have that extra information as a quick reference. And for the folder, you can either select an existing folder or create a new one. Notes. Any notes populated here will be stored in my workspace, so if you click on the landscape, view the right-hand metadata panel, the notes you enter here will be visible. Once all the inputs are filled, you can click Create. We'll see a confirmation that this landscape is in the process of being created. If we were to go to Add to Map, we'll refresh this, and we can see that it's been submitted but hasn't been completely downloaded yet. So what this does is send a request to the Landfire product service and downloads a copy of that landscape to your IFTDSS account. I can check on the landscape status using this refresh button. Once it's complete, the checkbox to the left will be active. You can click that to add it to Map Studio. If this landscape was still building and we didn't want to wait on it, we could do other things in IFTDSS and then navigate to Workspace as well and check the status there. Click on the file options and add it to the map from Workspace. While I'm in Workspace, I'll select another landscape and point out here where we can see the notes for that landscape. Landscapes can be uploaded to IFTDSS. From the Landscape Tools widget, select the Upload tab. One note on uploading landscapes. For the landscape upload to complete successfully, it must be a GeoTIFF file, not compressed in a zip folder, and has to be smaller than 600 megabytes and smaller than 6 million pixels. To view the full set of requirements, there's a link to the Landscape Upload Requirements help page here. It'll have the requirements, information on using clipped landscapes, how gaps in data are treated, band checks, and other information. To upload a landscape, click the Upload button. This will open File Explorer, and you can select the file you need from your local computer. You can see IFTDSS is uploading and extracting the data. From this point, you can see some basic landscape information as well as the extent. The landscape name will be populated based on the file name, but We can change that here if we wanted. We could also select an existing folder or create a new folder to store it in. We have the same notes field in landscape upload as landscape create. There's an option to include or exclude the landscape buffer. This is on by default. It could be turned off. When it's on, IFTDSS will carve out a approximately 3-mile outer edge to use as a buffer area, and that is so the landscape can be used in models like landscape burn probability, which is a requirement for running risk assessment. Once you click create, we'll be asked again if we want to include a buffer or not, and I'll go ahead and proceed with yes, indicating that we do want to use a buffer. We can see confirmation boxes letting us know the landscape upload process has started, and it's not quite in Map Studio yet. To check its progress, we'll go to my workspace, a quick filter for landscapes, and we can see it is building. I'll click refresh and we can see the landscape is completed. This workspace view can be particularly useful because of the status message that appears in the right-hand panel. If I select this landscape, you can see the status message is complete. If this had failed for some reason, that would be indicated here as well, and IFTDSS would give us the exact reason why the upload failed. So from there, if we needed to make some landscape changes or file changes, we could do that. And to view this landscape, File Options and View on Map. From here, this landscape is now visible in IFTDSS. Scrolling through the layer list, we can see the landscape boundary and the buffer area beyond that. The landscape features with fuel model turned on by default.